So Samsung has finally revealed why they decided to remove the Bluetooth feature from the S Pen on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And one of the biggest questions you guys have been asking is whether the S Pen from the S24 Ultra or older models will work on the S25 Ultra, including Bluetooth functionality. Well, I have an answer for that. Plus, if you're someone who really wants those Bluetooth features on the S25 Ultra, there's actually a workaround. What's up guys, Sal here, and before we get started, let me quickly mention that the pre-order deals for the S25 Ultra this year are actually pretty great. You're looking at better trade-in values and up to $350 in credit, which you can use for free storage upgrades or getting accessories like the Buds 3 Pro for free. If you're interested, check the links in the description for exclusive offers. Now back to the big question. Will the S Pen from the S24 Ultra work on the S25 Ultra? Well, here's the deal. Technically, yes, but not entirely. The older S Pen will fit inside the S25 Ultra, but they won't sit flush, so they'll stick out slightly. Basic functions like writing and drawing will still work, but the Bluetooth features, those are gone. Even if you use a Bluetooth-enabled S Pen from an older model, the S25 Ultra won't support those features. What about the S Pen Pro? Samsung does sell these Bluetooth-enabled S Pens separately, and yes, they work on the S25 Ultra, including the Bluetooth features. However, there is a catch. It needs to be charged separately, and you can't store it inside the phone. That makes it far less convenient and not an ideal solution. Breaking news, I just came across an article from Samsung revealing that Bluetooth-enabled S Pen for the S25 Ultra will now be sold separately. And this pen will enable all the Bluetooth features on the phone. Now, this raises a couple of questions. Is Samsung referring to the S Pen Pro here, or are they planning to sell a brand new Bluetooth-enabled S Pen specifically for the S25 Ultra that can also be stored inside the phone and charged there? If it's the latter, that would be great news, but I highly doubt that's the case. It's more likely they're just talking about the S Pen Pro here, especially since they've likely removed the S Pen charging from the phone, so there's no way for the pen to charge inside it anymore. This news is fresh, so there's no full clarity yet, but rest assured I'll keep you posted as more details emerge. Now coming to the reason why they removed Bluetooth functionality in the first place. Samsung says less than 1% of customers actually use Bluetooth features on the S Pen. And honestly, that explanation didn't sit well with me. Less than 1% of customers used it? Sure, they know better because they have the numbers, but it still feels like a weak justification. The features they removed weren't just gimmicks, they were actually useful. Take the remote photo capture feature for example. You could set your phone up for a group photo, click the S Pen and boom, perfect shot. No awkward timer, no holding a remote that's visible in the photo. It was seamless and subtle. Compare that to using a Galaxy Watch as a remote shutter, you're gonna end up with pictures of yourself holding the watch like a weirdo. And let's not forget the wow factor it brought. People used to see these features and say, I need this phone. It was a conversation starter, a selling point. Now Samsung is just throwing that away. This isn't the first time Samsung has pulled a move like this. Remember the headphone jack, the microSD card, even bundled chargers? Every time it's the same story, no one uses it. But here's the catch. They do this to justify removing features only to make more money down the line. If I had to guess, this is all about pushing you toward buying a Galaxy Watch to regain some of the lost functionality. Think about it, by removing Bluetooth from the S Pen, they've essentially made their wearables a necessary accessory for power users. It's not about saving money, it's about creating a new revenue stream. But here's the thing, a watch can never fully replace what the S Pen offered. Sure, you can use it as a remote shutter, but it lacks the convenience and precision of the S Pen. And let's be honest, most people don't want to buy a $300+ watch just to regain a feature that should have stayed on the phone in the first place. The real disappointment here is the missed potential. Instead of building on what made the S Pen special, Samsung decided to take the lazy route. They could have added more creative Bluetooth features like improved air gestures, better app integrations, or even new tools for productivity and creativity. The possibilities were endless, but Samsung chose regression instead of innovation. And this brings up a bigger question. Is the S Pen even safe? If they are willing to strip away one of its best features now, what's stopping them from removing it entirely in the next Ultra? At this point, it feels like we're witnessing the beginning of the end for the S Pen. At the end of the day, this decision feels short-sighted and disappointing. I'm not saying the S25 Ultra is a bad phone because of this. It's still a powerhouse, probably the best phone of 2025. And Samsung is right that this feature won't matter to 99% of buyers, but for the 1% who love those features, it's a real letdown. Now here are 8 things that no one is talking about the S25 Ultra. Click right here to watch the full video and I'll see you there.